up, call pull, and you know the gun's mounted wrong. You know something's not right. You say, whoa, pull. Off it goes, lock. I bring that up because it is so important to his intestinal fortitude when he shot, man. When he was really grinding, he could hold it together in the toughest conditions, toughest situations, better than most. A lot of people have shot with us, and if you shot behind him, they called him the one-man traffic jam. I mean, he was like the 405 at rush hour. I mean, it was plugged up. But
human rain delay, right?
But here's the thing, and this is my whole point. He didn't shoot until he was ready. Okay? Till he got ready, he didn't want to shoot, and we can learn a lot from that. That's part of being a great shot is it's not a team sport. We all know that. So from there, and I lost my notes here. So we talk about a little pride, a little bit of money. He's shooting, he gets going along, and talk about the three items. We talked about Dan's 110, 57, and whatever. Well, Dave's read like this: 15, 13, and 82. So once again, you go 15, 200 straights, 13 hundreds from the 27-yard line. Okay? Now, guys, I realize we talked about 157. How do you compete with that? 13 is still a great number. Okay? 13 probably would make up the majority of the room, right?
How many you got?
Open target.
Get him, Dave! Get him!
Wait. Ouch.
I've never seen bowlers.
82 100 straights and doubles. Trying to get to 100. He says that's a goal. So that's still a goal. Other associations, other accomplishments. 4-time first-team All-American. In 2009, he was 4th on the All-American list behind 3 guys nationwide: Leo Harrison, Harlan Campbell, and Ricky Marshall. 4th. Folks, I mean, he was cranking along as well as anybody in the country at that point, and I saw it. It was very impressive. He's got what's called the 5 crown jewels in California. You say, what are the 5 crown jewels? 5 crown jewels in California at ATA State Shoot. 4 other men have accomplished it. It's winning all 5 championship events: singles, handicap, doubles, HAA, and HOA. Pretty simple task. In the history of California, there's only been 5. Dan Benias, Ron Alcariza, Jimmy Heller,
Holy.
Sean Hawley, and Dave Kelly. So now you're asking, okay, sure, that's all great, fine and dandy. What about the PITA? Well, here it is. Here's the buckets, guys. The buckets. Compare your buckets to these guys' buckets. See where you're at. Compare the buckets. I love that. What's in your wallet? What's in your bucket? Okay?
Who's your
What's in
insurance
your
agent?
bucket? All-star teams. Let's talk about all-star teams. First bucket. Dave made his first all-star team in 2007, 2008, 2009, 2010, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and 17 consecutively. 11 years, all on the first team. Okay, bucket all of a sudden, a few trinkets in the bucket. Little hardware. Now, this is the one that I think is pretty impressive. First year as captain. 2007, first year he makes the all-star team, he just decides to be captain. First top spot. 2008, 2009, 2010, 2011. Takes a little break. 2012, 13. Who was it? 12? Oh, he comes back in 14. 2014. 6 years. 6 years in a row. Or 6 years all total for the captainship. Total of 11. So now that bucket, pretty legit. So you ask, all right, what made it up? What was the averages? That year was a 97-52 combined. Okay? Pretty strong. He did that for 3 or 4 years right in a row there. But this is the one that you pull those little pearls out when you're doing the research. 2009, he had a handicap average of 95.96. Can we just round it up and say it was a 96 handicap average?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay?
Oh yeah.
Now, I'm telling you, it's been done, and it goes. And Dave, for 3 or 4 years there, it was 95-52, 95-50, 95-70, whatever it was. 95.96, guys. I mean, that's cranking pretty hard. And I always use it's a punch ratio that I come up with to see how many times you get a punch, how many handicaps you have to shoot to get a punch. I figured Dave's out that year, and it's basically the number, you take the number of punches you got divided by the number of 100 handicaps you shot, and come up with a percentage. He had a 63 or 64% punch average, punch ratio. Okay? What's that equate to? 2 and 3 handicaps, he was going to get in your knickers. It's that simple. 2 and 3, he was going to get your money. Okay? I'm not saying it all of them, but 2 and 3. He told me one time, he says, he's kicking rocks and fouling. I had actually just kind of started shooting. And he goes, he was hot. I couldn't figure out why he was so mad. He just shot a 95. I said, what the heck is the problem? So I just lowered my average. So, it was
Good
just
old
kind of a
days.
funny statement. Yeah. So you go, hey, great accomplishments. That all-star bucket's plenty full, and the captainship's plenty full. Okay, now we're going to talk about California State shooting. Okay? I don't think I emphasized it enough when I was inducting Dan, but California, come on, you guys. Drink a little Chardonnay, smoke a little hooch, they watch the little whales go by, everybody's sniffing daisies. But every once in a while, with 40 million people, you get a few guys that can shoot, okay? Get the likes of a Dan Benitez. You get the likes of Gary Benetti and Chuck Redding. And, there's a number of them, and if I forget somebody, I apologize. There's a lot of good. Ron Alcariza. God, Billy, I need you up here doing this. Lots of names. Big state. Lots of guys. And if you picture a bunch of dogs fighting in a bowl for food, that's that state. 5 championships a year. 5 championships a year at a state shoot. That's what you get. That's what this is made up of. And you got to tangle with some very, very good talent every year. So what did he do? Singles. 2008, 2010, 2. Now, 2010, shoots the 200, goes into a shoot-off, wins the shoot-off, and then goes to the Grand Pacific and wins the Champion of Champions, which is an event that I think kind of gets lost. You've got to go out and beat all the other champions of the other states. He won it, folks. I just bring that up. So 2010, two singles titles. Doubles, 1999, 2001, 2004, 06, 07, and 2013. 6 in total. Handicap, 1, 2005. High all around, 2003, 2008, 2014. 3. HOA, 1988. Remember I said there was a bit of crossover? 1988. He was around then. 2007, 2008, 2010. 4 of those. For a total of 16. 16 state titles in a state that's only got 40 million people. Lots of buckets, heavy buckets, guys. Very worthy. Great career. He's still going, and I'm going to talk about this at the end. And I'm going to bring up a couple of quick items. He, in addition to that, has 20 out-of-state non-resident championships in just the states: Arizona, Nevada, Idaho, Oregon, and recently in Hawaii. So,
Flyers?
quite a few.
Flyers, Rich? He's got a boatload of Flyer champions.
So, can we
Don't
get to
count.
the rest of it?
Yes, sir. Whatever you want.
Thank you. Grand Pacific titles. Grand Pacific. Can we get to those first, Billy?
I said a boatload.
Thank you. Grand Pacific titles.
Buddy.
Okay? The little one. Doubles. 2010, 2012. Handicap 1, 2009. HAA. 2006, 2007, 2010, 2011, and 12. 5 total. HOA. Now this is the one, that 1975 number I talked about with Dan. I think this is an impressive number of Dave's. High overall in 2007, 2008, 2009, 2010, 2011, and 2012. Six. A feat that was never done before. He's got it. Takes a little bit of dedication to get that one. You can't slip up for a second. 6 times. So, where are we at? We're at 11, 16, and 14. Lots of heavy buckets, lots of trinkets, lots of stuff. So, at this time, I would like to present to you your 2018 Pacific International Trap Association Hall of Fame inductee from Byron, California, David Shotgun Keller.
Let's get to the good stuff.
Okay. Turn it back over to you. And
Whoa. I gotta sit down.
Speech!
First of all, I want to thank the Hall of Fame committee, Bob, and all the other members, Rich especially, getting on there. And then I want to thank the sponsors I've had over the years. They're going away now, but they're not quite shooting as good. Bill Daniels with White Flyers.
Yeah.
Frothy, USA. Remington, Winnig. Mike Reinert, late Mike Reinert, post 4. We all miss him. Then I want to thank all the PITA women that make this thing possible. Without them, this doesn't go on. It's been going on for years and years and years. Okay? The Trap Committee, Corey, John Adams, Mike Ridge, Art Fenton, all these guys, everybody, I'm probably missing a few, but everybody needs to be recognized, because without these people, this doesn't go on. It's the dying sport, we all know that, but they bust their balls, and we're out here, we never know where we're going to be year to year. Grant Lau, I went over to Hawaii this year. Those guys roll out the red carpet for everybody. If you ever want to go to Hawaii and go to a shoot, you need to get over there. They're great, fantastic. They don't say, let's go eat, they say, let's go graze. They put out so much food, okay? It goes on and on and on. And then I want to thank a couple of really good buddies. Rick Marshall came out here from Nebraska. Don Budd from Kansas. These guys Mike Benitez came out this morning. His dad didn't quite have the balls, but Mike came out for him. Maybe I'm holding shit back, I don't know. But, Dexter, Chuck Redding, Rick Marshall, George Ahart. Where you at, George? There he is. Look at him. Look at him right there. He came up to see Dan, myself, and thank you, George, for everything you've always done for everybody. Okay? My buddy Wade. Rich Bullard, of course. He hates me, really, when we get going down there. That was so hard for him. Cook, Kent Sakamoto, Glenn Yeager, Rod Iceland, all these guys shoot with me, and thank you very much. Jeff Pesquetti, Kyle Sievers. I mean, I'm forgetting some people, everybody. Dave Wade, Stubby there. Grant Lau. But I want to thank my brother. I talked him in there. I told him there was like $10,000 you could shoot for. He's out here. He's playing a Lewis. He might get $28 back or something, But I'm sure I'm forgetting some people. Billy Myers, Sid, his wife Sid, everybody. So Mike Tolis, come over here. Daryl. Hey, you broke my string. That's all right. You earned it. George. Thanks, everybody. And I don't know, where'd Benias go? No, there he is. He's filming. But at this time, I'm going to ask this wonderful woman that's always been in my life and everything if she'll marry me.
When's the wedding gonna be? Are we all invited?
Never know. I've been on a love boat.
Wow.
It won't fit. It's just an imitation right now. I just get on my knees,
No,
You did fine, man. You did fine.
We've got one. Grant Lau would like to say a few words about Dave real quick. What? I realize that's a tough one.
Thank you.
Appreciate that. I didn't know I asked him.
I got no buckets. That's all right. I got no phone. That's okay.
Good guys.
I'm just the messenger
Hey, dipshit.
from the people in Hawaii. Dave and Cynthia went over for their first trip this year. Saw some old friends that they knew from prior adventures. Met some new friends who didn't know Dave at all. And from your old friends, Tommy and Roy and Les, they said, please convey our respect, congratulations, and aloha for his great accomplishment, induction into the Hall of Fame. They wanted to send a token of their recognition. And here's what your old friends think of you. Here is your...
That'll work. That'll work.
Now, Dave, in typical fashion over there, gave a good accounting of his shooting prowess. Okay? Made some new friends, impressed them all. After he left, they asked me, that guy can really shoot. I go, yeah. That guy can really drink. And I go, yeah. So from the new friends you met, Dexter and Dana and Kim, the cashier, they said, let's send him a token of our appreciation, respect, congratulations to the induction. And here's what your new friend sent you, buddy.
Oh, God.
And I'd like to end by saying, we've heard from Rich, and you know what, Rich, in a prior life, I used to manage truck factories. You drive a Peterbilt, don't you?
Yes, sir.
You know what a Peterbilt and Rich have in common?
Nothing.
No. When you got the Jake brake switch on, you can hear the Pete coming before you ever see him. Rich did a great job, and I'd like to say about and going to Hawaii, the shooting accomplishments are impressive, probably going to stand in the record books for a long time. But in Hawaii, all the people that talked to me about these guys from the mainland, they said Dave's really a good guy, and that's what they're going to remember. They're not going to remember.
Not like Stubby. Stubby went over and schooled them. Broke all the records.
Stubby knows, and they think the same thing about Stubby. But you went in there, and they love you, man.
Hey,
there's
the state champion right over there, Bob McLennan. Look at him. Look at him. Look at her. Look at her.
Congratulations.
Okay.
Let's drink.
I think there's probably a couple of other people that would like to say something about one of our inductees.
Bob, I need to say a couple things.
Oh, I thought Mr. Fenton would stand up.
Hey, Lori,
I want to
have
tell
John
you a
record
little
this.
story about both Jerry and Julie and Dave Kelly. Now, Jerry taught me how to set targets. He taught me how to read the rule book. And then he gave it all to me. He says, you take it. I'm tired. But he did for years. He did. He was the backbone of keeping the PITA running. And in fact, one time at the state shoot, Darrell Handy comes to me and he says, what's the little wild Italian going to chew my ass out about now? That was kind of how it was. Jerry would tell you how it was. But Dave Kelly is at the Arizona State shoot. It's windier than you can imagine. And we say, hey, Dave, come and help us set the doubles. He says, you just get him in the air. That'll be fine with me. And sure enough, he won the damn doubles. They're a great couple guys.
Congratulations.
Bob,
Thank
can I say something? I would like to say I've met Mr. Benias a couple of times at the SHOT Show in Las Vegas. He was done shooting PITA before I started. But I think that this is a well-deserved late induction into the Hall of Fame. He deserved this long, long ago. And Mr. Anjuli and I worked on the same PITA executive committee for a few years. He's served not only his club and his state and his PITA association, he's served all of you trap shooters over and over again. And lastly, David is the guy who will shoot 98 or 99 in the championship handicap and then come help us pick up chairs and tables at the end of the night. He will go out there and shoot, I don't know, a terrible score sometimes and come back with a smile on his face, and he will help us do anything we ever ask for. Even at this shoot, he's asked me over and over again how he can help. And he is truly not just an amazing trap shooter, but he's an amazing member of the PITA. And congratulations to you.
Okay, continuing my last discussion that was so rudely interrupted by Art Fenton. Does anyone else have anything they would like to say about one of our inductees?
I move this meeting to be adjourned.
Sure, there must be a shooter that shoots with Mr. Kelly.
Hey, Bobby, you ought to be
Not me.
story or two. I can tell you one story.
Go ahead.
I'm just a little guy, John Abbott, but Dave Kelly won me a ton of money at a Calcutta many years ago. I bet on him, didn't know him from Adam, but I was lucky enough to draw that card that got me the...
That was lucky.
And I made a lot of money working on him. Thank you, everybody.
Well, I shot with Dave Kelly for a lot of years, and he's taken a lot of my money.
And so he should have.
Is that good enough, Kyle?
In the back.
It would be nice. We have a couple of people that traveled a long ways to come here for one reason or another. John Budd and
Ricky.
Marshall.
maybe
Ricky Martin, yeah.
This is my first time here at this Grand Pacific. I was here at an ATA shoot they held here several years ago, but I wanted to come and shoot. My son's birthday is Saturday, so I have to go home for that because family reasons. But I've shot a lot of targets with Dave for 20-some years, I guess. First time we met wasn't very good. We were going to fight, but we worked it out. That's actually a true story. That was back in Phoenix years ago. I've stayed at their house a ton of times. We shoot pigeons together along with Bob, his brother. And Dave, in my opinion, I shoot nothing but ATA. Dave was by far the best non-All-American ATA shooter in the United States for several years. Till when Rich stated about him being fourth, he called me and said, I want to be on the All-American team. And I said, well, let's go. He said, what do you mean? I said, you travel with me and we'll go to the shoots and I'll show you, if you win at these shoots, you're going to get the right amount of points. So we went to the shoots, and a couple guys were like, what the hell did you bring him along for? Because we went down to Florida, and a lot of guys, they always thought when you went from the West Coast to Florida, it's tough to shoot the silver dollar.
Are you saying the only reason they make the All-American team is because
No. It's because of his ability. But he went to Florida and won a lot of stuff down there. People were like, where's he from? I said, California. And they said, well, I didn't know California people could shoot out here. And I said, well, he can shoot. So it's a great honor. I come in last minute. I bought a plane ticket Tuesday to be in here this morning for this. It's a huge honor to be in any Hall of Fame, let alone, the Grand Pacific Hall of Fame. So congratulations, Dave.
It's all Kent's fault. Kent said you got to make the All-American team.
I'll say something. Dave and I shot together probably the last 10 years or so. There's probably been nobody that's taught me more about shooting, just giving back to the sport in general than Dave. I think he's the epitome of that. Just giving back. Thank you for that, Dave.
Good job, Glenn. That's enough. Let's drink.
the night is. Oh, go ahead.
It's real easy for guys of this quality to talk about how good they are, because they are. One thing I haven't really heard a lot about tonight, and I would like to talk about David Kelly in terms of he is one of these great shooters. You're talking about giving back. Some of you, I'm sure, have been beneficiaries of the brand, where all of a sudden, here's this sponsored event that's giving $300 out per yard line on the missing out. Dave Kelly, he's giving money back. He can pay for this. A little special story just for me, because I'm not anybody. I'm just one of the guys that you're damn glad I'm here because I paid my bill. And, the very first time I ever really shot a score, I was in Fallon, Nevada, and somehow I managed a 98 or something. It wasn't something, it was a 98. And big deal, I was like 22 yards, it didn't matter. And, I'm from out of state, I went, the next day I'm sitting there having a cup of coffee. Nobody's ever, hell, they don't even know me. That man walks up and said, that was really a good shot. From my hero, I always called him Captain Kelly. Because, by God, even though I'm here, Dave Kelly knows things, and he understands. There's a lot of us. Most of us aren't going to be in the Hall of Fame. He likes crap shooters.
Thank you.
Okay, if there are no other comments and you've had another glass of wine and some finger food and everything, we have dessert tonight at the back tables, so don't leave without having your dessert. Unless there are any other comments, I want to just congratulate again, one more time, our inductees. The absent Dan, but Mike is here. David.
Thanks, Mike.
And Jerry and Julie. Let's give them
My pen, you get that.
Let's go take